Hey guys, it's time. Time to dig up my sweet potatoes that have been in the ground since March. As beautiful as the foliage looks and all the little flowers, we're not gonna have too many nice days here, and I started to notice some critter activity, so I want to get these out of the ground before they get eaten. So in case you're new to my channel, I planted 5 sweet potato slips back in March in the ground, only 5, and that's only because I happened to find a sprouted sweet potato in my pantry. I've never grown sweet potatoes before. I never had the space to do it before, so this year I started a new little plot in addition to my main garden area, and threw the sweet potatoes in there just see what would happen. And I'm getting impatient, so I want to see what's under there. Well, who knew 5 plants, 5 slips could turn into all of that? Holy cow. So yeah, the reason I ended up cutting all of it down and not just cutting at the base and letting it die off naturally is because, I know, shocker, I actually do have other plants up here that were getting choked out by the sweet potato vine. So now they have some room to breathe and I can see what I'm doing. But good grief, that's slightly ridiculous. That's a mound. One thing I did notice though is that wherever the vines touched the ground, it rooted and started producing more sweet potatoes. The 5 slips that I started, one right there, the one right there, here, another one over on that side, and that one. So anything dug out from spots other than those 5 spots is where it rerooted. All right, now that the mulch has been brushed away, you can really get an idea of things. These are the sweet potatoes I planted. These are not. So, and that's more of what I planted, and that's more of what I didn't. This has me so excited. I grew sweet potatoes for the first time. Hopefully they don't just stop at the surface and they're nice and big. So let's get into digging. It just keeps going. Well, what is this? Oh, good grief. So that's one side done, and this is the side I only planted 2 slips on. Good grief. I'm gonna have to lay these out when I'm done. These are teeny tiny lizard eggs, the little anoles and geckos. They like to lay their eggs in the soil, and every now and then you come across them when you're digging. So these I didn't plant. This was just an offshoot that rooted. Holy cow. All right, now every single one of them in this bed re-rooted from the vine just spreading around. So I didn't plant any of these. This actually was my corn bed at one point. All right. That's the area everything came out of. I think I got everything, but I guess we'll find out come spring if anything sprouts up. What? What is this? Look at the size of these things. Alrighty, so this is the final harvest. Garden shears for scale. This is off of 5 sweet potato slips, and I can only imagine how many more there would be if I didn't grow them over an arch and actually let them sprawl on the ground and root wherever they wanted. I'm absolutely thrilled. That is fantastic for my first ever sweet potato harvest. And on another note, it's not my last sweet potato harvest because I have a volunteer growing out of my compost. So I'm just gonna let that go until first frost. All right, well, now that all those sweet potatoes are dug up, they need to be cured. The curing process toughens up the skin so they store longer and converts the starches into sugar so they're a lot sweeter. It takes about 7 to 14 days. And thanks to your guys' suggestions, I think I came up with a method that'll work for what I have available at this time. So some of the suggestions I got were to put it in a walk-in shower with a bucket of water and a space heater or a heat source to get the humidity up to that high level, like 90% humidity, and the temperature around 85 for the curing process. And then others suggested to get a plastic tote. Put it in the plastic tote with like a cup or container of water, and then put that plastic tote on a heating mat. Well, I don't have a heating mat, and I don't have a walk-in shower, but I do have a spare bathroom with a tub, and I keep aquariums, so I have aquarium heaters. So what I'm gonna do is put all the potatoes in the tub, put plastic over the top of it to trap in that humidity, put a bucket of water in the tub and an aquarium heater in the bucket of water, because as that water heats up, it evaporates, creates a nice humid environment, and I can set that aquarium heater really high, upwards of 90 degrees. So it should be able to radiate enough heat from that bucket to warm everything, and the plastic will keep all that heat and humidity contained. So welcome to my spare bathroom. I have all my sweet potatoes laid out on some cardboard in the tub, keep sand from going down the drain, also keep them on a softer surface that won't, or is less likely to create a rot spot. And then I have a bucket of water and an aquarium heater in the bucket of water. So I'm going to put some plastic over the tub, turn the aquarium heater on, and I will check the thermometer periodically to make sure it's getting to the right temperature. And also check every few days, probably starting around day 6, to see if the skins have gotten any tougher on these. That's how you know that they're cured. All right, well, it may not be pretty, but it just might work. I guess we'll see how in a couple weeks how it turns out, if it actually worked. Well, thanks for joining me on my first ever sweet potato harvest. We'll see you next time.